in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Bruce. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This defense for the Patriots, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. That's caught by Myers.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Jets will take over.
Ready up.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Mayfield down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Bruce. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Patriots at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots had got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 24, Wilson escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side, Wilson.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Running left, it's Hall. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. There's a nice move. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Mayfield. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
Now back to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A give running right is Hall.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, steady.
They'll run with Hall.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's come to 16. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Ready. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Hall on a give up the middle.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hall again. They'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Wilson wants to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Moore, the man in motion.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation.